Chavi expressed his admiration for Lionel Messi's outstanding performance against England, stating that the superstar continues to make history. What exactly did Messi say about his iconic photo with Yamal? Lionel Scaloney also acknowledged that Messi is a true legend while admitting that Spain will be a very difficult and worrying opponent in the World Cup final. Meanwhile, Jose Mourinho shared his thoughts on Messi ahead of the World Cup final. Before the video begins, don't forget to leave your prediction in the comments about the outcome of the final against Spain. And if you're a Messi fan, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you never miss the latest updates. Chavi praised Lionel Messi's performance against England, saying that the Argentine superstar continues to write history. Chavi Hernandez praised the outstanding display Lionel Messi delivered in Argentina's World Cup semi-final against England. He stressed that what the Argentine captain is producing at his current age proves that he is a truly exceptional player, the kind of talent that appears only rarely in the history of football. Chavi revealed that he watched the match live from the stands alongside Javier Mascherano. During the game, Mascherano turned to him and said, "Look at what Messi is doing. He's already 39 years old, yet he's still controlling the game and making the difference in every attack." Chavi said those words perfectly summed up what everyone inside the stadium witnessed. Messi once again produced a remarkable performance and proved that he is still capable of leading his team through the toughest matches thanks to his incredible experience, outstanding vision, and unique ability to create chances and decide the outcome of games. The former Spain midfielder emphasized that, for him, the debate over who is the greatest footballer of all time ended long ago. He explained that Lionel Messi stands alone at the top because of everything he has accomplished throughout his career, both individually and collectively. Moreover, Messi continues to perform at an extraordinary level despite getting older. Chavi believes that the most impressive thing about Messi is not only his unique talent, but also his competitive mentality and professionalism. According to him, Messi still possesses the same passion and desire to win that he had when he first began his football journey, making him a role model for every player. Chavi concluded by saying that Messi continues to write history every time he steps onto the pitch and keeps proving that he is a truly extraordinary player whose achievements will be extremely difficult to replicate. He emphasized that Messi's influence goes far beyond scoring goals or creating chances. He elevates the performances of his teammates, inspires confidence throughout the team, and makes the difference in the most difficult moments. That is why, in Chavi's opinion, Lionel Messi is the greatest footballer the world has ever seen. What did Messi say about his famous photo with Yamal? Argentina's superstar Lionel Messi said that the famous photo of himself with Spain's young star Yamal is something truly extraordinary. He made the remarks ahead of Argentina's meeting with Spain in the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. The photo shows Yamal as a baby in Messi's arms. It was taken in 2007 as part of a Barcelona Foundation charity campaign to raise funds for UNICEF. Barcelona previously explained the story behind the photo on its official website. The club said that, by pure coincidence, a photograph was taken showing a baby who was only a few months old alongside a man who is widely regarded as the greatest player, not only in Barcelona's history, but also in the history of football itself. Messi, who was 20 years old at the time, was seen holding baby Yamal, who was only a few months old. Years later, that same child became Messi's successor at Barcelona and inherited the club's iconic number 10 jersey. Now, the two are scheduled to face each other when Argentina takes on Spain at MetLife Stadium this Sunday in the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. In comments quoted by Eurosport on Saturday, Lionel Messi said, "Lamine plays for the club that I love, and I will always wish him the very best. He is one of the most outstanding players in the world, and at just 19 years old, he still has an incredibly promising professional career ahead of him. This is a huge opportunity for him to achieve something historic by winning the World Cup, and that's exactly what we'll try to prevent this time." He continued, "That photo is incredible. It's very rare in life to have a picture with a little child, and then, years later, find yourself facing him in a World Cup. Honestly, it's hard to believe. There's no doubt that he's one of the best players in the world right now. I wish him nothing but the best because his success will also be good for Barcelona." Messi concluded by saying, "We'll do everything we can to play a great match and make sure he's not at his very best. It won't be an easy task, but we'll give it everything we've got." He and the Spanish national team have outstanding players and a fantastic style of play, but we have our own strengths as well. Scaloney, "Messi is a legend, and everything about Spain makes me worried." Argentina head coach Lionel Scaloney spoke about the World Cup final, where his team will face Spain on Sunday. He said Argentina is preparing for the match just as they always do. Argentina, who eliminated England in the semifinals, will now take on Spain, who secured their place in the final after defeating France. Scaloni stressed that he hopes his team can deliver its best performance. He said, "We've studied our opponents very carefully. We have to be at our absolute best. We won't let the fact that this is a World Cup final affect the way we prepare. We've approached this match with complete focus and seriousness." He also told reporters, "This team has gone through several very positive moments. Our second half against England was excellent. We're in good form, but we can always improve. We're facing a very strong opponent. We're already a well-established team, and that's why reaching this stage makes the achievement even more meaningful." When asked about Spain's strength, Scaloni joked, "Just seeing the Spanish team bus makes me nervous," before laughing. "Everything about them worries me." He also spoke about his relationship with Spain head coach Luis de la Fuente. "He knows me personally. We're friends. We know how his team plays, and they know how our team plays. Our style of play, especially when we have possession, is very similar. We have a lot in common." Scaloni then praised Lionel Messi, saying, "He is history itself, a true legend. I feel incredibly proud. Making history alongside the greatest player the game has ever known is something truly special. We lost Maradona 10 years after his passing, and now we have to enjoy every moment we still have with Messi. What players like them have given to football is simply extraordinary. All we can do is thank them and show our appreciation. Even if we don't win the title, what this team has accomplished is already remarkable." When asked whether this could be Messi's final World Cup, Scaloni replied, "I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. He never stops amazing us. It's simply not something we've ever talked about." Jose Mourinho's perspective on Messi ahead of the World Cup final as the World Cup final approaches. Many football fans have wondered what Jose Mourinho might think about Lionel Messi's latest performances. Few coaches understand the challenge of facing Messi better than Mourinho. During the fiercest years of El Clasico, he spent countless nights trying to find a way to stop him. He explored every possible tactical approach: man-to-man marking, collective defending, closing the spaces between the lines, dropping the defensive block deeper, and applying high pressure. Some of those ideas worked, but only for a few moments. Sooner or later, Messi always found a way. That is why his performance against England would probably come as no surprise. More than anything, it would remind any coach how frustrating it is to prepare perfectly and still watch Messi change the game. Sometimes you do everything right, and it still isn't enough. 9 successful dribbles may sound like just another statistic, but from a coach's perspective, every successful dribble forces an entire defensive structure to shift. One defender is beaten, another leaves his position to cover. Spaces begin to open. Suddenly, the entire organization must rebuild itself under pressure. Messi wasn't simply beating individual defenders. He was dismantling an entire defensive system again and again. His creativity makes him even more dangerous. Throughout his World Cup career, he has consistently created chances for teammates in the biggest matches. Opponents never know whether he will finish the attack himself or deliver the perfect pass. That uncertainty makes defending him almost impossible. His age makes the achievement even more remarkable. At 39 years old, he continues completing dribbles at a level many players struggle to reach in their early 20s. Perhaps what has always separated Messi from everyone else was never just his speed or his balance, but his football intelligence. While physical ability naturally fades with time, the ability to read the game continues to grow. That may be the greatest weapon he has ever possessed. Throughout his coaching career, Mourinho built his reputation by finding opponents' weaknesses and exploiting them without mercy. Yet Messi has always represented a completely different challenge. Maybe there was never a real weakness to exploit. The only realistic objective was to reduce the number of dangerous touches he received. Even then, it often felt more like delaying the inevitable than actually stopping him. There was another quality that made Messi unique. Great players can often be frustrated emotionally. Pressure, mind games, and physical battles sometimes cause them to lose focus. Messi rarely reacts. He stays calm, composed, and patient. That removes one of the most effective psychological weapons opponents usually rely on in major finals. Now Spain stands in his way. Spain's discipline system is one of the strongest in international football, but every tactical structure has patterns, and few players in football history have read defensive patterns better than Messi. Throughout the match, he will constantly search for the smallest opening. If he finds one, he rarely wastes it. At the same time, Spain also has a weapon capable of limiting his influence, possession. If they can control the ball for long periods, Messi will naturally have fewer opportunities to make the difference. Perhaps that is the most practical strategy. Don't try to stop Messi after he receives the ball. Stop him from receiving it in the first place. Even then, history teaches one important lesson. Messi doesn't need dozens of touches. Sometimes he only needs one. One touch, one decision, one moment. That is why every tactical plan against him becomes a gamble rather than a guarantee. A team can control 90 minutes of football and still lose because of 2 unforgettable seconds. Spain's fearless young generation gives them every reason to believe they can win the World Cup. Their courage is one of their greatest strengths. But against a player like Messi, even the smallest defensive mistake can become incredibly expensive. Finding the balance between attacking with confidence and defending with discipline may ultimately decide the final. No one truly knows who will lift the trophy. But one thing is certain. Any team facing Lionel Messi in this kind of form, on the biggest stage in world football, is facing one of the greatest challenges the sport can offer. Watching Messi at this stage of his career is more than entertainment. It is a lesson in how extraordinary talent, relentless determination, and unmatched football intelligence can continue to redefine what is possible.